Yeah, let's go.
There's nothing happening. It was crazy.
Oh,
yes. Let's go.
Trying to force it.
Running with the ball confidently.
Switching a lot.
Let's go.
Nice.
What's up, everyone? This is Lesky here, back with another video for you guys today. I'm going to be showing you guys this lanky striker player build that I have been using a lot in our pro clubs matches, and I've been enjoying it. You are 6'4", 119 pounds. So we went for the 119 pounds because it gets us the max pace possible at 6'4". And I like using bigger builds, and I like, especially if you're going to be like the lone striker, it's kind of nice to be a little bit bigger and at least have some sort of chance at winning balls in the air if their team's going to cross it and stuff like that. So I really like being a taller build, and especially if you can be over 90 pace, I'm a big fan of that. So with this build, we're 6'4" with 91 pace, so you can get by people pretty easily. And I was also trying to focus on the dribbling for this build. I want to make it feel pretty silky, even though it's kind of a taller build. If y'all are familiar with like Alexander Isak in Ultimate Team, or just like on Real Sociedad, the Swedish striker, the young Swedish striker on Real Sociedad, this build is pretty similar to him, I would say. Just instead of the 5-star weak foot and 4-star skills, we have 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. But we're 6'4", I think, exactly like him, and he has a really lean and skinny body type, and that's what we're going for with the 119 pounds. And before we get to the skill tree, let me just show you guys the perks we have on this build. So the perks I went for are the skill dribbler, but another option could be active first touch if you want to get a little boost in sprint speed and acceleration, running onto through balls, and also your ball control is better. But the skill dribbler just increases your dribbling attribute and also gives you the flair trait. So that's why I went for that one. And then one-time shot is really good for pretty much any striker build, especially for bigger strikers, because it gives you the power header, flair for one-time shot, so you can do like bicycle kicks and scorpion kicks and stuff like that, which can be helpful in certain situations. Finesse shot, outside foot shot, and then power header, like I said, and then it increases your weak foot ability, which is nice for this build because we have 4-star weak foot on the skill tree. So when you hit a one-time shot, it'll upgrade it to a 5-star weak foot. So it's pretty solid. And then we went for the physical strength because this is a bigger build, but it's not the strongest because you are 119 pounds. So what this will do is kind of make up a little bit for that and increase our physical attributes. It'll increase our jumping, so it'll make us even more of an aerial threat. We're 6'4". It's not going to be as good in the air as like my other beast striker build that I posted. That's like 6'6", 253 pounds. That build was basically specialized for being a target man and an aerial threat. This isn't really the case, but this will help you win more balls in the air than if you didn't have the perk on. So that's why we have that, because it'll increase the strength, increase your jumping while you have the ball, shielding the ball, and jumping for a ball. And then it also increase your ball control too. So that's why we have those perks. Alternative would be definitely this one, active first touch, if you want to replace it for skill dribbler or one-time shot possibly. Any other perk I really wouldn't suggest. There's really not much, unless you really like long shots, go for that. But as a bigger striker, it's going to be harder to get long shots off. So I wouldn't suggest that. If anything, go for active first touch over one of these two. But I would suggest keeping the physical strength because, like I said, the physical attributes aren't the greatest, even though we're a tall striker. So that's going to bump those up. But now let's move on to the skill tree. Starting on the physical page, we only have one thing here. We have this strength that'll just get us to 71 strength. And like I said earlier, our physical attributes are not good because we are 119 pounds. But we have that perk to kind of make up for this. So there's really not much to talk about here. The best attribute we have is 80 reactions. So on to defending. We have nothing on here to defend on defending, of course. And then to dribbling, we went for the 5-star skills. And what else did we get? We got this agility, and then we got the Lynx archetype. The reason we went for the Lynx archetype is just to make you feel better on the ball, because without it, and without this agility, you would have 78 agility and 68 balance. So this will bump us up to 81 agility, and then you get the Lynx archetype over here, and then it will give you +6 agility and +5 balance to give you 87 agility for a 6'4" striker. So you can actually do some moves on computers, innies, whatever you're playing against, and it can be pretty successful because you have that solid agility attribute, as well as the 89 ball control and 89 dribbling. And then you do have those 5-star skills. For the players that don't want the 5-star skills, I would suggest taking this one off right here. And then honestly, you could keep everything else to keep it at 89, 89, and just take off the 5-star skills. You could add it to balance right here and get +3 balance if you'd like, and you'd still have 2 more skill points to put somewhere else. But if you don't want to add it to balance, I would suggest adding it to the shooting page, because we don't have the most stuff on the shooting page just because we have a lot of stuff on dribbling. And maybe if you want to try and get a 5-star weak foot, you could, but I don't know if that will be possible. We'll see as we go. But I'm going to put the 5-star skills on, and that's it for the dribbling. On to passing. We only have this one thing ticked right here, which just increases our short passing to 77, but I think this was just one extra skill point we needed to put on the build, so we just had to put it on short passing. So that's the reason. Shooting, we have 86 finishing, 83 heading accuracy, 86 long shots, and 79 shot power with the 4-star weak foot, like I said. But yeah, with those extra skill points, if you don't want the skill moves, the 5-star skills, I would just add it to finishing and volleys right here, and then possibly the finisher archetype if you have enough skill points. I'm only level 19, so this is only a 75 skill point build. It's not going to be a max skill point build, so some of y'all could have more skill points, some of y'all could have less, so you're just going to have to decide what you'd rather put those skill points on. I would go personally for finishing, volleys, and probably shot power and long shots. Because as we move on to this next page, we have 91 pace, the full max out pace for a 6'4", 119-pound striker. I think you'll actually catch a lot of people by surprise that are trying to defend against you, how fast you are actually with this build, and then with the 87 agility on top, helping you make cuts and all that stuff and make you feel a little bit more elusive. The 91 pace actually feels very fast, and then you're tall and lanky too, so you kind of just look like you're hauling up the field. And I get behind quite a bit using this build, timing the runs down the middle, and then our teammates will just through ball me. And I get into one-on-one situations quite a bit with this build. So the pace really isn't a problem, because over 90 pace as a 6'4" striker is pretty crazy. This is kind of like a Holland build and similar to Isak, like I said, but we just have skills unlike Holland and a better weak foot. But yeah, it's very similar to like a Holland Isak-esque build with this body type. 6'4", 119 pounds. So that's going to wrap up this lanky striker player build for you guys. Let me know if you do give this build a try, how it went on for you. I'd love to hear that in the comments. And if you could hit that like button on this video and smash that subscribe button on my channel, I would appreciate that very much. Y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.